Okay. This should be working. This is my first time using this software to screen record, so let's hope for the best. Okay, guys. So hey, how are you doing? My name is Caesar. My name is Caesar Marroquin. I'm with the team Love to Eat the Turkey, and this is my review video for Milestone 1. Let's just get into it. So, first thing I was tasked with this month, this milestone, is as a tester, I want to have a metrics level containing all completed features for testing. If you hear some noise in the background, I'm sorry. That's just a fan of the PC. It's kind of like going crazy right now. So I want to have a metrics level containing all completed features for testing, completion criteria, create the metrics level that we will use for testing, and basic feature designs. And let's show you that right now. So here is the metrics level. As you can see, it is precisely that. Let's go back. Oops, sorry about that. The next thing, I would like to be able to have an environment in which to test the game's mechanics, assets, items, objects, etc. Completion criteria, make a toy box level where players can test and play different builds and creations, upload it to Perforce, which I just showed you is the case there. Create different areas where players can play and test their mechanics, okay. This one coincides with the next one, which is as a playtester, I want to see different and unique mechanic setups within the metrics build where individual mechanics and features can be tested in showcases. Completion criteria, the level design should be so that the player has the freedom to choose which mechanics they choose to test at the moment or not to test. Basically creating within the metrics level isolated areas or testing zones, as I would call it, where the player can go and test different things and check out different things within the build. The other thing is this right here. As the player, I want hints on the screen to ease myself into the game, meaning like things letting you know where you're supposed to be doing, where you're at, etc. The completion criteria, basically the add visual hints in the UI that will aid the player throughout the game. Lastly is, as a designer, I would like various assets and models to be created for use within these levels. Completion criteria, make various different assets, models, textures, colors, etc. that will be used throughout the game's various builds. So all of these kind of coincide with each other. I will go back and show you them in the game right now again. Let's go back to that. So for this one, I want hints on screen or in the game that let you know where you're at, what you're supposed to be doing. As you can see, that would be right here. The create object testing area. This is where you'd be able to come and test out the different create mechanic and setups we have for the game. Eventually, these will be able to be manipulated, moved around. Right now it's very bare bones, but it's kind of the idea. Sooner or later, as we progress with the game, there's going to be more added and more things to mess with and play with. Another setup I have over here is you can come and test the movement of the character, obviously, the jump mechanic, the first person camera. As you can see, I'm doing here. As more mechanics get added into the game or removed, if once you come back here, you'll see different setups and different layout patterns. Right now, it's just the beginning process. So here's also the shooting range that I set up. You can see as well when you click on the mouse the different weapon damage outputs and what they do. You can see the enemy I just killed there that had a damage output towards the player, which you could test and mess around with. So that's basically what this area is. So yeah, going back to our as you since it's pretty, it's a good size. It can obviously grow and shrink whatever we need. Where you can test the game, want to or not test what you don't to. So that's there. What the screen basically is, as you can see, so those aren't directly in the UI just yet. There are other things on the UI, but these are basically, since again, it's in just like the beginning build. So as you can see, those hints were there in the world where you could see what you're looking at, where you're at, what you should do. Everything here is going to be expanded upon. But yeah, that's pretty much what I was tasked with for this milestone. I completed everything that I was tasked with. Of course, it's not brilliantly done. There's definitely room for improvement, and it's going to get there with time. But this is where we're at so far with this, and yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this video works out, and yeah, I'll pass you on to my teammate that will show you what he was up to. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. Bye.
Hello, my name is Pedro Santiago. Let's get into the game called Hero. So, I'm going to select level 2, and my task was number 81. A vehicle, I want to transfer players to location, create a vehicle blueprint, drive controls, turn controls, E to enter, and shooting range. This is a multiple vehicle, single driver control, and machine gun turn control. That'll be this big guy right here. I was going for an SUV look. My next one should be number 82. As a personal vehicle, I want to be able to transport motorists. I had to create the vehicle blueprint, controls for drive, controls for turns, enter and exit, and shooting. Right mouse click. Single person car with primary weapons. Now, as for my third vehicle, which I had to create, was a plane, that was task number 83. As a plane, I want to fly and transport players. I had to make the blueprint. Drive controls are S and WS. Turn controls are AW. E is to enter. Right mouse click is to shoot. Up is tab or mouse scroll up. Q is to go down or mouse scroll down. Single person, flying vehicle, and gunnery. Now let's check this one out, as it is fully occupied. Or It looks like they made the build before any of these were completed. Okay, shall we move on then? It's really sad because I really worked hard on that too. Had it flying. Okay. I had task number 3 was to create AI character drunks named Ditos Tatu Vasos, or TTDs for short. I had to create DAI, which is the green one over there. I made a nice bright color. If we get close, I could activate the shooting. Here we go. Now, as for task 65, as an enemy I want to spawn in one location, death animation plays when health is 0. After death animation plays, the reset active a new spawn location. Avatar shoots, as you just saw. Avatar spawns random in spawning spot. Until appear. What happens? The avatar death will happens when avatar is 0. Game over happens if avatar has no more health. Players that avatar reset after death and moves into spawn catcher if avatar had no lives. So, and let's play this animation spawn which I created. I also created number 72. As an enemy, I want to track and attack the player when they are in range. As you can see, the green avatar does attack me when I'm in range. They left out the box to activate the tracking. As an AI spawn when player reaches checkpoints, Characters can check the target player. Characters shoot when the player character is detected. Characters follow players until out of range or distance factor. A visual and audio on shooting implement. I did not see that last part until now. And lastly but not least, as an avatar I want to spawn at my home base in death, I should explode or lose a life. And when move to reset a life, gains or plays. Number 64. Avatar health, avatar movement, stage screen, complete the criteria. Player avatar will spawn into the stage's starting point. Player's avatar death will happen when avatar health is 0. Game over happens when avatar has no more lives. The player's avatar reset will play after death and move into spawn criteria players that don't have any lives. So let's see. Oh, right now ammo. Let's see, they do die. The only thing I don't really know if they put the triggers for the... No, I don't think so. Okay. So that's all I have to show for this week. I think I was running late behind and some of the stuff that needed to be put in got forgotten. Or I didn't answer my teammates fast enough. Now, please give me a warm welcome from my next teammate who will take over right after me. Pinky, is it time yet?